a few years back, there was a Reddit challenge that said that you only needed 5 bourbons. We are tackling that with an update for 2026 and a focus on extreme budget bottles. This is the absolute least amount that you can spend and still have a complete bourbon collection, in our opinion.
Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. We talk about whiskey and whatever other stuff comes up.
Yep.
There may be tangents, there may not be. We never know. We just start the videos and see where we go along the way.
We just start a sentence and hope we find it along the way.
Exactly.
Like
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
In The Office.
I almost said Steve, and I was like, that's his real name.
Yeah, Michael Steve.
Michael Steve.
This is going to be a fun video. I think as the world be worldin'.
Turns.
The world be worldin' and the world turns and prices on everything keeps going up.
Yep.
We see it in the comments all the time. People are wanting more affordable options. Also, I think the best time to be a bourbon enthusiast where demand is kind of waning a little bit. And so there's better whiskeys available on the market, but the companies are still focusing on higher priced products and like higher quality products as well. This list is not those. This list is the budget, basement, bargain bin.
Not to say they're not good.
Not to say they're not good, but it's the budget basement bargain bin version of how little can we possibly spend and still feel like we have a complete collection if we're limited to 5 bottles.
Okay.
Now, there are a few parameters here. There's the daily drinker, not that we drink daily or would even advocate that, but
more of like the go-to regular.
Yeah, your go-to regular. We've got a higher proofed option when you want something with a little bit more punch. We've got a weeded bourbon category. We've got, and that works as like a pretty nice, easy sipper when you want that kind of vibe. We have a cocktail mixer and then an impress your guest bottle.
Okay.
And
those are the 5 categories.
With those categories, I mean, what more do you really need?
Yeah.
I mean, our 500 plus bottles in this house would say that there may be some other things that we would prefer to have, at least for me, but Erin could probably get by with 5 bottles if she had to.
The last time you told me that number, it was like 200 less bottles.
It keeps going up. You know how it is.
Oh, Lord.
All right, let's get into it.
Help me, Jesus.
A go-to sipper for us, if we're trying to keep the price as low as possible, most of these bottles, by the way, going to be around that $30 or less price point. You can get all these together for about $150.
Okay.
I should mention that. So if you got $200 hanging around, you can go get all 5 of these bottles and leave with change after tax and everything.
Perfect. Love it. Love to hear it.
First bottle up is going to be the oldest whiskey on this list.
This is the go-to.
Your go-to, what you could call an everyday sipper, just your solid standby.
Okay.
Knob Creek 9-year. To get 9-year-old bourbon for $30 readily available in every market is remarkable in and of itself. And Knob Creek 9-year is just as about classic as it gets for bourbon. Yeah. Caramel, vanilla, oak. Sometimes I get a little like peanut butter jelly sandwichiness on it. Sometimes I get a little roasted peanut flavor on it. You know, Knob Creek is a Jim Beam product, but the mash bill and the profile that they select for their Knob Creek products is distinctly different from other Jim Beam products. And to me, it's much more preferable. I don't tend to love a lot of the Jim Beam profile stuff, but Knob Creek 9-year is just a good, easy standby. And I wanted something with some age on this list. 9 years for $30, hard to beat. So, and if you're a value buyer, I would also recommend almost every one of these bottles is available in larger bottles. So they have a liter of this. They have a 1.75 liter as well. You're going to get more bang for the buck if you buy the larger volumes.
Gotcha.
So that will, upfront costs will be more, but you will spread out your costs across.
Per ounce will be less.
Yeah, 100%.
Gotcha.
All right, next up.
Kind of like the Costco version of whiskey.
Yeah, if you're a Costco shopper, get the 1.75.
Spend a little more up front, but you get a little more like longevity out of the bottle.
100%.
Okay.
All right, next up, you want a high proof sipper. We're going to venture away from a little bit more of the classic caramel vanilla oak.
Okay.
We're going to go into more of the fruity bourbon profile. I don't know that there's a better, higher proofed bourbon for less money than this. And it is not Old Granddad 114. It is Benchmark Full Proof. Benchmark Full Proof has been compared in blind tastings for a lot of people to Stag Junior or Stag Bourbon.
Interesting.
I don't think it's that good. It's not that old, but it is still made by Buffalo Trace. It's It has more of a fruity sweet profile to it, a little bit more like red apple type of notes. And then the higher proof, 125 proof at full proof. By the way, the Knob Creek was 100 proof, I should mention. This is a $25 bottle, less expensive than a Knob Creek, much higher proof, really, really good. I really like Stag bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find though. Benchmark full proof is much easier to find. So
it can scratch that itch for a way less price point.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. And we've got a low proof and a higher proof option right here in front of us.
Yeah.
And we've only spent about under $60 with tax.
Sweet.
So
love it.
Not bad. Next up, we're going to go to our wheated bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, when they think of wheated bourbon, they think about Weller, but Weller's very hard to find.
It is. Also kind of expensive.
Kind of expensive. It gets marked up often.
Mm-hmm.
One of the prerequisites for this list was that all these bottles are going to be readily available in every market that they are distributed in. Now, can't speak to your specific market, but these all have national distribution. So, next bottle up, I did think about getting the O.H. Ingram Uncharted, but realistically, Maker's Mark is really hard to beat.
And I do like Makers.
$22.
I historically don't like a lot of wheaters, and this is one that I do like.
Yeah. 90 proof, about 6 years old. They rotate their barrels all the time. They have one of the most consistent products, bar none, on the whiskey market, period, is Maker's Mark. We've had it in blind tastings against Weller Special Reserve. We've both picked it over Special Reserve at times, and I've picked Special Reserve over it at times.
Sometimes.
But it absolutely bats in that ballpark. Now, neither of us are wheated bourbon fanatics. That's not our preferred profile.
Correct.
I would just substitute Buffalo Trace in here if I were making a list that I wanted to drink. I like regular Buffalo Trace.
But we're following the Reddit list.
More than Maker's Mark, but we are following the list.
Mm-hmm.
So Maker's Mark has to be in here. I thought about grabbing the Maker's Mark 101 because we do like it a little bit more than the regular Makers, but it's $42 in our market. This is $22, and it is not almost double as good.
As good, yeah.
As the 101 is not double as good as just the regular Maker's Mark. So Maker's Mark is making the list. With this thing, you're going to get a little bit more of a it's sweet. There's a inherent lack of spice because it doesn't have any rye grain in the profile. It's got wheat. It has a little bit of this breadiness in there that can kind of come across a little, people call it the wheater funk sometimes. But to me, this is really classic caramel vanilla oak and also a little bit of like a caramel cream or like a chocolate, like almost like in my mind, I'm envisioning like a Tootsie Roll with like a cream filling. It almost has like a little like milk chocolate cream on Maker's Mark as well.
Cool.
So take that for what it's worth. Check out Maker's Mark if you haven't. We always keep a bottle around.
Yeah. It's
not something we reach for often. Makes great old fashions too, as does Knob Creek. Speaking of old fashions and mixers, our preferred mixer these days is up next. It's cheap. It's good. It's in every market. It has taken the place of Wild Turkey 101 for us, and it's less expensive. Old Granddad Bonded, $20 to $25 in pretty much every market. Absolutely fantastic. It is made by Jim Beam, the same people that make Knob Creek, but it is to a different profile.
It tastes different,
and it's a different mash bill. It has a higher rye content, which, to the point of cocktails, stands up a little bit better in a cocktail. If you like a whiskey cocktail that you can actually taste the whiskey in, this is a fantastic product to use for that. If you want the whiskey to disappear in the cocktail, and you don't want to taste any whiskey at all, you would want to gravitate towards something like Maker's Mark instead. But we like to actually taste the whiskey in our cocktails. So Old Granddad Bonded is a fantastic choice for that. And it's also good enough to sip on its own. It's got this kind of candied orange, kind of citrusy type of profile that it goes in addition with that caramel vanilla profile that bourbon typically has. Old Granddad Bonded is a legendary bottle, cult classic in the community for every possible reason, especially the price tag. I would prefer to drink this over Old Granddad 114, personally speaking.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Yeah, I get a little bit more of a cinnamon heavy, like a Big Red Gum note on Old Granddad 114, and I don't really like that. This doesn't, not that it doesn't have it, it's just more in check with the sweetness.
Yeah.
Like, it's more sweet. So
Yeah.
I like Old Granddad Bonded more. And the last bottle up, which is going to be the Impress Your Guest bottle.
Okay.
And it's going to be about double the price of every other bottle on the table. But you're trying to impress your guests.
Yeah. Spending up a little bit.
Yeah. Now, we did this list without the constraint of budget a while back, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And we had Blanton's as the Impress Your Guest. Beautiful bottle. People have heard of it. The bottle impresses them. You know, it's a good, easy sipper that's going to be enjoyable for a bunch of people.
Yep.
And this, to me, is a better alternative to an off-the-shelf Blanton's. Now, the exception here would be a Blanton's single barrel selection, which is a great time to mention that we did one of those a couple months ago at Buffalo Trace. That'll be coming to our Patreon community. It will be exclusive there. And we got a ringer of a barrel.
Yeah.
We had 3 pretty standard Blanton's and 1 absolute ringer of a barrel. I cannot wait for this thing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But that's coming to our Patreon community. At the very top of the video description, there's a link there. You can check it out, join in, or just get some behind the scenes content for as little as $1 a month, or join our Discord. And if you need some help finding some information or some stuff, then you can post over there and maybe get some help. We're talking whiskey all day long over on Discord.
Yep. Okay.
What would you get if you didn't want to spend $80+ on Blanton's like it is in our market, and you can't get a single barrel pick?
Okay.
This is better even than just the shelf Blanton's for 80 to
What is it?
$150.
Tell me.
James E. Pepper's Decanter Barrel Proof Bourbon.
That is a pretty bottle. I said that like an hour ago.
Okay, I'm going to hold this
when
up
I
so
saw
you can
it.
see this. We have a whiskey channel. This bottle impresses me. I've seen so many whiskey bottles.
It's a pretty bottle.
It's an impressive bottle.
But does the whiskey taste good?
Yes,
That was what we warmed up with?
We did. We have a glass right there. It is like, they do differ by batch, but it is so like caramel with like a heavy dose of vanilla, a nice little thread of like
What's the
honey,
price?
like clover honey, $65.
Okay. Yeah.
In
this
most
is
markets. Worth paying up for. I mean, granted, you're probably paying for this beautiful bottle, at least in part. But man, oh man, this is, to me, of everything on the table, is the thing I would like to drink the most, followed by the Knob Creek 9-year, followed by the Full Proof. Those
And
would
then
be
I'd
my
have
top
you
3.
make me a cocktail with this.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I'd save the Maker's Mark for like a hot summer day,
Yeah.
throw it over ice, or make cocktails with this.
That is good. What's the proof on that?
This particular one is
Taste-
109.6.
I was going to say, it tastes like it had some proof to it. It's
Yeah.
quite delicious.
Yeah, I mean they have a lower entry proof
Okay.
for their whiskey, their bourbon, so you're going to get somewhere in that like 105 to 110 proof point
Okay,
range,
I like
depending
it.
on the batch. They even have single barrels of this. This was the single barrel selected by the master distiller that we picked up at the distillery while we were there doing some dark arts picks, which those are coming to our Patreon very soon as well. Probably very close to the time that you're seeing this, they will be releasing to our Patreon community. So we picked a 11-year Armagnac finish, which is absolute. We called it Purple Rain because it tastes like the color purple, and it's very good. And we picked a 9.5-year sugar toasted French oak, which we called Waffle House whiskey because
Why
that's
not?
what it tastes like as well. So, but we got this while we were there. They're right beside each other. James E. Pepper is doing some very good stuff. This product was big. It was really hot on the market a few years ago when it first released in these decanter bottles. Haven't heard a lot of talk about it since then, but if you're talking about impressing guests, you're going to be hard pressed to beat this.
I like it.
Look at it. And it also tastes as good as it looks. So can't go wrong with that. If you are trying to assemble a go-to sipper, a high proof pour, a wheated bourbon, a cocktail mixer, and an impress your guest bottle, can you do it for under $150 or $160? And if so, leave it down in the comments below.
Let us
Would
know.
love to hear your choices. Get somebody out the door with tax included, under $2 with change in their pocket. That's the goal. Let us know what your list would be down in the comments below.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you for watching our video today. This was fun. Actually, I didn't know this list before. Josh doesn't have to run this by me because I agree with him implicitly on these lists.
I know what you like.
And I love this list. I kind of want my own little collection now.
I'm very happy. Yeah, I would own more bottles than these. I mean, we have
We have
100 times
more, yeah.
more bottles than
But I
these,
love
but
this.
I would be fine with just
I
these
love
5
it.
bottles.
I love it. So I hope you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. It does help,
Mm-hmm.
believe it or not. And thank you for watching our video. Oh, I think I drank it all.
Just a little bit left.
Be good to each other, and until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Man, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I'm impressed. I actually really like this list. I think this is one of the best lists we've put together.
Yeah.
You've put together.
It's tough too because I like to.
You like to go off. You like to go off scripts.
I like to. I don't mind spinning a little bit.
I know.
But if
know.
you got to keep it absolute bare budget,
I dig it.
minimum, you can't beat this.
Good job.
But I'm very curious to see if people in the comments do beat it or not.
Well, what is beat? It's all subjective.
Just beat it. Beat it.
We need to do a thumbnail.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
We should have put those bottles in our
get 'em back
hands.
out.